This year's budget brought a lot of noise around housing, along with upgraded forecasts for a boost to the economy. I'm here with Glenigan's Economics Director, Allan Wilén, to find out what the real implications are for the construction industry after Budget 2014. Hi, Allan.
Hello, Sarah.
Allan, there were some encouraging sounding numbers for the economy, weren't there? With the forecast for GDP to grow above 2% every year up until 2018?
Yes, the upgrade to the OBR's forecast is encouraging for construction, especially given that you typically need growth above 2% for the wider economy to see a rise in construction output. Indeed, if you look at the forecasts, for 3 of the 5 years in the forecast period, you're looking at economic growth exceeding the long-term trend rate of 2.5%, including in 2014. Investment, higher investment, is the main driver for that upgrade in forecast, particularly business investment. And that's also got to bode well for important sectors such as industrial and commercial building.
What were specific investments announced for the industry, as the Chancellor puts it, to get Britain building more?
Well, there was some extra cash from the government. 140 million has been put aside to tackle the backlog of disrepair caused by the severe weather to flood defences, to bring those up to scratch. In addition, there's some 200 million that's been put aside for a pothole fund to tackle the backlog of disrepair, again, following that severe weather. Unfortunately, with some 3.2 million potholes across the country needing attention, that only works out at about £62 per pothole, so it's not going to go far. It'll provide some immediate relief, but it's not going to do much to tackle the long-term and long-standing problem we've had with lack of investment in local road maintenance. The one big project to get some extra funding was the Mersey Gateway Bridge, with 270 million being approved through the UK Guarantee Scheme to take that project forward.
There were a number of announcements for housing, wasn't there, with the probably welcome news that Help to Buy will be extended until 2020?
Yes, encouragingly, housing was a central theme for the budget, particularly new housing. The extension of Help to Buy for new housing out to 2020 has got to be good news. I think it'll be welcomed by house builders. It'll give them the confidence to bring more sites forward for development. And it's predicted to allow another 120,000 households to purchase a new home. However, the government is clearly being cautious on potential overheating in the housing market as the economy recovers. It asks the Bank of England to be vigilant on house prices, and it is also proposing a number of other important reforms that will help to improve the supply of new homes.
So what can we expect on the supply side after the announcements?
Over the last 2 years, it's been the larger house builders that have had the resources to bring forward sites for development. The government is now launching a £500 million Builders Finance Fund targeting SMEs that have struggled to secure the necessary finance. This should broaden the supply of new housing and is expected to unlock some 15,000 sites for development that have struggled due to lack of finance.
And how else is the government signalling its commitment to boost the housing supply in this country?
There's 2 further proposals the government's putting forward which should help to improve housing supply. Firstly, further reform of the planning system. The government is looking to further relax the rules on the conversion of existing properties for residential use, with perhaps the conversion of warehousing and light industrial premises, for example, without the need for full planning. More radically, the government is also looking at a right to build. This would allow people who want to self-build the right to purchase a site from local authorities, and will be backed by a £150 million repayable loan fund, which would be used to provide 10,000 serviced sites ready for people to develop.
That's great, Allan. Some really encouraging points for the industry then in this year's budget. Thank you so much for your time. For more on Budget 2014 and what it means for construction, visit glenigan.com or cmplus.co.uk. You can follow us on Twitter @cmplus or @Glenigan for the latest industry news and analysis as it happens.